reproductive system in case of human. This system is a little complicated and I will insist you please see the video to the end. Male reproductive system, as with all other systems, it consists of many organs. Many organs are there, many glands are there, many ducts are there, and so this system becomes a little confusing. But don't worry, we shall be doing it in simple form. Let us begin with a pair of testes, which is the main sex organ of man, which is the primary sex organ of man. Why? Because it produces sperm. It is known as male gonad. Male gonad. Testes are known as male gonad. Now there is some confusion regarding the spelling of testis. It is T-E-S-T-I-S somewhere. It is T-E-S-T-E-S somewhere. So the first one is singular and the second one is plural. Both are correct. So a pair of testes remains suspended in a bag-like structure which is called scrotum. Testis we shall be discussing in a little detail after a while. Let us first see the system as a whole. Testis comes out a duct which is known as vas deferens, which is 45 cm in length, and it enters the body cavity. As you all know, testis and scrotum, they are suspended from the body cavity. They are not in the body as such, but it hangs a little bit below the body. Why is it so? We shall be talking about that in a while. So, vas deferens, it makes a turn on the ureter and ultimately joins the urethra. Now, here is also one important thing. As you can see, in case of male, the urino and genital opening are the same. That means sperm and urine, it pass through the same channel, which is the urethra. But in case of female, urinary opening was different and genital opening was different. So this is one difference in both male and female reproductive system. So the vas deferens ultimately opens into the urethra, but it has a different name now. Why? Because on its path it has met and united with a duct which comes from a gland known as seminal vesicle. It's an accessory sex organ, we shall be talking about this. It has a gland through which its secretion comes out, and that gland unites with vas deferens. And henceforth the name is ejaculatory duct. So we have two ejaculatory ducts which joins the urethra. This is 2 cm in length. Now the place where ejaculatory duct joins the urethra, there is yet another gland which is known as prostate gland. Now everyone must be familiar with this name, prostate gland, because many a time there is problem in this prostate gland. So where is it located? It is located just beneath the bladder, and where it is present, the ejaculatory duct, they join the ureter, and also the opening of prostate gland joins the ureter because it also has a secretion. Then as we move forward on the urethra, we get yet another pair of gland which is known as Cooper's gland or bulbourethral gland. Now this also has its secretion which helps in the transfer of semen. I shall tell you what semen is in a while. Now Cooper's gland, what it does, it has mucus secretion, and as you all know, since urine is travelling in urethra, the environment there is acidic. But if sperm comes there and it meets the acidic environment, it will get destroyed. So this Cooper's gland, what it does, when there is a sexual stimulus, before coming of sperm, Cooper's gland will release its mucus. And the mucus, being alkaline in nature, will change the environment of this path and make it conducive for the upcoming sperms. So that is the function of Cooper's gland. Now Cooper's gland enters into the penis, which is the male sex organ. Now penis is the external male genitalia which becomes hard and long at the time of sexual arousal, and it helps in the passage of sperm into the vaginal tract. So this is all for male reproductive system, an overview of the system. Let's revise quickly. A pair of testes which is hanging from beneath the body cavity. From there comes out a duct which is known as vas deferens. Vas deferens makes a loop on the ureter and joins with the duct of seminal vesicle, and then it is known as ejaculatory duct. Ejaculatory duct will unite with the urethra. The place where it will unite, there is yet another organ gland which is known as prostate gland, which will also open into the urethra. And after that there is yet another gland which is Cooper's gland, which also opens into the urethra. Then urethra enters the penis, and this is the whole story of male reproductive system. Now let us come back to testis and scrotum. As we have discussed, a pair of testes is there in man and it remains suspended in a bag like structure called scrotum. And how it remains suspended? It remains suspended with the help of spermatid cord. Spermatid cord, it remains suspended. The testis remains suspended in the scrotum. And scrotum itself is hanging on the body wall with the help of inguinal canal. Inguinal canal. Now sometimes short questions may be asked, what is inguinal canal, what is spermatid cord? So it is good to keep these things in mind. Now scrotum, what is the use of scrotum? Scrotum, the wall is made up of 7 layers, and as such, because of this thickness, it maintains a little less temperature than the normal body temperature. Our normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade, but in scrotum it is 35 degrees centigrade. And that is why the testes are placed in scrotum, which is hanging from the body, because sperm needs 35 degrees centigrade for its development. It cannot develop in 37 degrees centigrade. That is why this arrangement is there. Now scrotum, as I told you, the wall is made up of 7 layers, though we don't need to know the names of all the layers, but there is one particular layer which is a muscle layer known as dartos muscle. Dartos muscle. It is of special use because it maintains the temperature for sperm production. How? If it is warm and normal like our temperature, then it remains suspended in the scrotum away from the body wall and it maintains the temperature of 35 degrees centigrade. But if it is very cold, then if it remains suspended, then it will not be able to maintain 35 degrees, it will go below this and the sperm production will be affected. In that case, what it does, dartos muscle, it contracts, and as a result, the testis, it comes up near the body cavity and gets heat from the body and maintains the temperature 35 degrees centigrade. So in all situations, sperm production can go on unhindered because of dartos muscle. So this is all for scrotum. Now come to testis. How is testis and what is its function? How does it look like? Now testis is also, the wall of testis is also made up of 2 layers. The outer layer is tunica vaginalis and the inner layer is tunica albuginea. Now tunica albuginea is protruding inside the testis with the help of connective tissue, and it divides the testis into many lobules. Testis roughly has 200 to 300 lobules, each of the testis. Now inside each lobule there are tube-like structure, as you can see here, black-like thing. It is a tube-like structure which is known as Semi-Ferrous Tubule. Semi-Ferrous Tubule. Each lobule can have 1 to 5 such tubule. Now the function of this tubule is to produce sperm. Now this tubule, it comes out through the lobule. It is known as ready testis because it forms a net-like structure, ready testis. Ready testis again gives out tubules which are known as vas efferents. Vas efferents will join again and make a highly convoluted structure which is known as epididymis. So this is what makes the system a bit confusing, as I told you. Lot of ducts and canals are there. So let us see once again. Lobules, from lobules the seminiferous ducts will come out, which is known as ready testis. Ready testis will unite and again gives out tubules which will be known as vas efferents. Vas efferents will again unite and form a highly convoluted structure which is known as epididymis. Epididymis sits over the testis, and the function of epididymis is to store the sperm, the upcoming sperm, and also nourish it and make it more motile and active. Now, from being produced here to reach epididymis, the sperm will take 3 weeks time. But it will be stored here until there is a sexual arousal. When there is stimulus, then it will move forward through the vas deferens and then it will ultimately be discharged. And also you can see this red cell which is inside the lobule. These cells are known as interstitial cell, and the function of this cell is to secrete testosterone, which is the male sex hormone, male sex hormone, which helps in the production of sperm, and also testosterone has got a lot of role in the metabolism also. So that's all. I hope you have understood the outline of male reproductive system. What are the different organs associated, what are the glands, and what are the ducts. Now we shall quickly discuss about the accessory male sex glands. These glands are the one which produce the bulk of semen, and they form the maximum discharge and help in the sperm transfer into the genital tract of female. Now, the first one is seminal vesicle. 80% of semen consists of seminal vesicle secretion. Here, the maximum part is mucus, which makes the path slippery so that the sperm can travel, and also it has a main energy giving thing, that is fructose. Now, keep in mind, the sperm, when it is released from testis, it has to travel a long distance, and in one ejaculation there are 30 crore sperm, out of which only one will be able to penetrate in the egg cell. So just imagine the amount of energy that is required. So the main energy provider is fructose, which comes from seminal vesicle. And then there is prostaglandin, the function of which is to make the mucus of cervix area thin so that the sperm can travel. It gives strength and motility to the sperm and makes and the mucus makes the path slippery. Next gland is prostate gland, 1 in number, and it remains just beneath the urinary bladder. Prostate gland secretion is milky white in color, and this is what gives the color to the ejaculate. And it has citrate, which again provides energy, and anticoagulant, which makes the mucus thin. Then the last gland is Cooper's gland or bulbourethral gland, and this also releases mucus, and as I have already told you, this mucus makes the path of urethra alkaline so that the sperm is not destroyed. So that is the function of these three glands, and the secretion of these three glands plus the sperm, this is what is known as semen. Secretion of these three glands plus the sperm. When sperm is traveling along the vas deferens, getting the sexual excitement, then all these glands are also getting stimulated and they release their secretion into the path, and the whole thing makes semen. In one discharge there is some 5 to 10 ml secretion. It contains 30 crore sperms. Now this is all about male reproductive system. I hope you have got some idea. It has been easy for you to understand. I would request you to see the video once again so that all the things remain stick to your mind, and keep following my videos. Do most certainly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.